Most travelers come to Europe seeking the familiar, the lights of Paris, the canals of Venice, the buzz of London. But tucked away in the heart of the Balkans lies a country where ancient history, raw nature, and quiet resilience coexist in a way you won't find anywhere else. This is Bosnia and Herzegovina. Not polished, not predictable, but real, soulful, and unforgettable. A land shaped by empires and torn by war, yet alive with color, warmth, and wild beauty. In a world overrun by filtered destinations and crowded landmarks, Bosnia offers something rare: authenticity. 1. Mostar, where cultures converge and history heals. Our first stop is the city of Mostar, perhaps Bosnia's most iconic image, yet still full of surprises. The Stari Most, or Old Bridge, arches gracefully over the jade-green Neretva River. Built in 1566 by the Ottomans and destroyed during the war in the 1990s, it was painstakingly rebuilt, stone by stone, and reopened in 2004. But this bridge is more than architecture. It's a symbol of connection between Christian and Muslim, East and West, past and future. Stand at the edge of the bridge and watch brave locals leap into the icy river below. Wander through the old bazaar, where Ottoman-style shops overflow with copperware, rugs, and the aroma of fresh baklava. In Mostar, every cobblestone tells a story, some tragic, some beautiful, but all uniquely Bosnian. 2. Sarajevo, the crossroads of empires. Next, we journey to Sarajevo, the capital and a city unlike any other in Europe. Where else can you find mosques, synagogues, Orthodox churches, and Catholic cathedrals within blocks of each other? Sarajevo is a true meeting point of civilizations, a place where empires overlapped, and their legacies still echo in the streets. In Bashcharshia, the old Turkish market, pigeons flutter over 500-year-old fountains. Tea. The scent of grilled chavapi fills the air. Copper artisans hammer out ancient designs in small, smoky workshops. But Sarajevo is also a city of deep scars. Visit the Tunnel of Hope, dug during the Siege of Sarajevo, where civilians once crawled beneath enemy lines for food and medicine. Stand on the Latin Bridge, where a single gunshot in 1914 ignited World War I. Sarajevo is a city of contradictions, old and new, joyful and solemn. It teaches you that survival is its own form of beauty. 3. Jajce, a forgotten royal capital. Venture north to the town of Jajce, and you'll discover a hidden kingdom. Yes, a medieval kingdom, complete with a fortress, ramparts, and a stunning waterfall that pours into a river right in the center of town. It was here that Bosnian kings were crowned, and where layers of history were built atop one another: Roman temples, Ottoman mosques, Austro-Hungarian mansions, and socialist monuments all share the same hillside. Climb to the 13th century citadel, where sweeping views stretch across green valleys and winding rivers. Wander through ancient catacombs, carved by a nobleman who sought a tomb that would connect him to heaven and earth. Jajce is the kind of place that feels untouched by time, where every ruin and every street corner whispers of something old and powerful. 4. Blagaj, a Sufi sanctuary at the source of the Buna. Not far from Mostar lies Blagaj, a place that looks like it was painted from a dream. Here, a white dervish monastery rests against the base of a sheer cliff, right beside the source of the Buna River, one of the most powerful springs in Europe. The water pours out from a cave beneath the mountain, so crystal clear it reflects the sky like glass. Inside the taqiya, or lodge, is a quiet world of prayer rugs, worn wooden floors, and Sufi poetry. Outside, travelers sip Turkish tea beneath fig trees while the river gurgles just a few feet away. Blagaj is a place of spiritual calm, a reminder that Bosnia's treasures are not always loud or flashy. Some are soft, sacred, and still. 5. Travnik, the Ottoman time capsule. Few tourists make it to Travnik, but those who do are rewarded with one of the best-preserved Ottoman towns in the Balkans. Its fortress, perched high above the town, offers panoramic views of tiled rooftops and the blue water spring that rushes through the center. wander past colorful mosques with wooden minarets, and stop at a centuries-old coffee house where locals sip strong, unfiltered Bosnian coffee from copper jezvas. Travnik was once the seat of Bosnian viziers, Ottoman governors who left behind a rich legacy of architecture, literature, and mysticism. It's also the birthplace of Ivo Andrić, Nobel Prize-winning author of The Bridge on the Drina. His house is now a museum, and his presence is still felt in the quiet streets that inspired his prose. 6. Kravis Falls, Bosnia's secret water paradise. You've seen waterfalls, sure, but you've probably never swam beneath one quite like Kravis. Hidden in the south near the Croatian border, Kravis Falls is a 25-meter-high cascade of water that forms a perfect natural amphitheater surrounded by greenery. In summer, the place comes alive. Families picnic, teens leap from rocks, and the whole scene feels like a secret paradise known only to those who dared to explore Bosnia beyond the obvious. Rent a kayak, hike the nearby trails, or just sit at the cafe and let the thunder of falling water wash your worries away. We uncovered the heart of Bosnia, its cities, its culture, its echoes of empires past. But beyond Mostar's stone bridge, beyond Sarajevo's storied hills, lies something deeper, wilder, more sacred. Bosnia is not just found in monuments. It lives in forgotten villages, untouched landscapes, and the silent stories whispered through the wind of the Dinaric Alps. 7. Lucimir, the last traditional mountain village. High above the capital, nestled along the edge of a deep canyon, lies Lucimir, Bosnia's highest and most isolated village. Here, at nearly 1,500 meters above sea level, time seems frozen. Stone homes with hand-built roofs, wool-clad shepherds tending to flocks, and ancient gravestones called stečci dotting the hillsides. There are no supermarkets here, no cell towers. Only nature, silence, and a way of life preserved for generations. Locals still cook with fire, gather wild herbs, and welcome travelers with open hearts and strong coffee. Hiking to Lucimir isn't just a physical journey, it's a spiritual one. 8. Proosko Lake, Bosnia's Alpine secret. Next, we find ourselves in the Vranica Mountains, where a winding road leads to one of Bosnia's most breathtaking alpine treasures, Proosko Lake. Surrounded by pine forests and scattered with rustic wooden huts, the lake reflects the clouds like a mirror. It feels almost mythical, untouched, alive. In the summer, wildflowers blanket the hills. In the fall, the forests glow with fiery colors. And throughout the year, the stillness of the lake draws those who seek peace, inspiration, and connection to something ancient. There are no luxury resorts here, only wooden cabins, local shepherds, and stories told by firelight. 9. Visoko, the Valley of the Bosnian Pyramids. Wait, pyramids in Bosnia? It might sound like a conspiracy theory, but near the town of Visoko, massive pyramid-shaped hills have sparked debate among scientists and spiritual seekers alike. The largest, dubbed the Pyramid of the Sun, is said to be over 200 meters tall, higher than Egypt's Great Pyramid. Are they natural, man-made, something in between? Whatever your belief, the area has become a spiritual hotspot. Labyrinthine tunnels below the hills are open to the public, and many claim they carry a mysterious energy, healing, calming, revitalizing. Whether myth or miracle, the Bosnian pyramids invite curiosity. And that curiosity draws thousands each year. 10. Una National Park, the emerald jewel of the Northwest. If you crave wild rivers and unspoiled forest, Una National Park is Bosnia at its most primal. Named after the Una River, which means the one in Latin, this park boasts some of Europe's most underrated natural beauty. Cascading waterfalls at Strabacki Buk, turquoise pools, and dense forests teeming with wildlife. Una is where the adventurous come to raft, hike, fish, or simply feel small beneath the sky. You won't find crowds here, just raw nature in its purest form. 11. Trebinje, the underrated gem of the South. Far to the south, near the borders of Montenegro and Croatia, lies Trebinje, a town that often slips under the radar. And that's exactly why you should go. Bathed in sun with red-tiled roofs, Venetian-style facades, and a sleepy river flowing through it, Trebinje has the charm of Dubrovnik, but without the tourists. Explore ancient monasteries hidden in hills. Sip wine from local Herzegovinian vineyards, some of the oldest in Europe. And stroll the quiet Arslanagic Bridge, built in the 16th century, reflecting in the Trebišnica River like a watercolor painting. Trebinje is a place to slow down, to breathe, to disappear for a while. 12. Suceska National Park, a hiker's paradise. No list of Bosnia's hidden treasures would be complete without its oldest national park, Suceska. This is the wild heart of the country, home to Perućica, one of the last primeval forests in Europe, and Maglic, Bosnia's highest peak. Trails wind through ancient beech trees, moss-covered stones, and hidden waterfalls. Eagles soar overhead. Bears roam free. And the silence is so deep it feels sacred. Suceska isn't a park you visit, it's a place you experience with every sense. Bosnia is not polished. It's not filtered for Instagram. But it's real, and that's what makes it unforgettable. It's where you can sit in a stranger's home and be offered a meal without asking. Where you can stand on a mountaintop and feel like the only person alive. Where the past isn't hidden, it's honored. In Bosnia, treasure isn't something you find. It's something you feel, in your bones, your breath, your soul. So go ahead, get lost in it. Because some places weren't made to be seen. They were made to be felt.